Awesome, absolutely amazing. Girl, you're so astounding. Bold, beautiful, banging body and such a brilliant mind. Can't stop craving contact, the conversation, chemistry so first class. Damn, darling, there ain't no doubt the way you do it is so divine. Ecstasy at its excellence. First to death, your fan.
Right here, right here.
On the extended version of the video, So Beautiful, you portrayed a photographer. Is that something that you always wanted to do?
I love film and photography, and that is definitely something that I would love to venture into. A lot of people ask me about TV and film and things like that. I never saw, like, contrary to what a lot of people may think and believe, or, you know, think it's true, but I don't really like being in front of the camera. I don't. It makes me nervous. I get weird. I don't know. You know, and then you got to deal with everybody and mama got to critique about how you look and what you're wearing and all of that crap. So, you know, to not, and I'm real sensitive about when people got stuff to say about me. You know, I mean, it's whatever. I don't care so much to the point where it makes me feel bad. But because I'm such an independent type person, and I have the reasons for why I choose to dress the way that I dress and act the way that I act, you know, people like to impose their ideals on how you're supposed to be and things like that. And it's like, look, ain't nobody coming at your neck every day telling you what to do, you know. The least you can do is respect me as a person. But I guess by being a celebrity, you know, that concept is out the window. But I would definitely like to get into film and TV, but more so as like a producer or a director. You know, I would rather be a filmmaker than an actor in the movie.
Ladies, do you think he looks good? I had to go there. You look nice.
Thank you.
Right here, right here.
The question before last, you mentioned other writers that you worked with. On your last album, you worked with DJ Morgan, and then you worked with Latif and other people. Who on this album did you work with?
On this album, I worked with a lot of new people. Pretty much everybody that I worked with on this project, well, let me put it like this. Whoever I worked with on my previous album, or at least the songs that I picked, I never worked with them before as far as them getting songs selected. Which is cool because I'm always trying to find things that I can do or that can be done to keep that freshness, you know, to keep things from getting stale. I've been at this for about 10 years and I'm working on my 11th year. And after a while, things tend to kind of get stale. And I don't like when things feel like that, you know. I don't want to give you guys anything stale. So if it means I gotta do a complete overhaul and go into the studio and work with a whole new unit of people, then I would do that. I'm more than happy to do that, comfortable with doing that, because I'm confident that no matter who I work with, I'm going to make sure that whatever it is that you got from me as far as the quality and the consistency from my music, that's always going to be priority. You know, it has to match up to, but if not be better than what I've already put out. You know, because I don't want to disappoint you guys. You know?
I see. Oh, right here.
All right. When I listen to your music, I noticed that on most of your tracks, you don't leave a lot of space for the music to play. Like, you're always humming. And I wanted to ask you, what in your creative process, do you use like the piano, or do you use your voice to write your lyrics when it comes to you?
Oh, it comes as it does, you know. And actually, it's interesting that you mentioned that, because there's a few songs on this new album where the music is just playing.
It just goes.
You know, the reason why you would find me humming or singing or doing runs on top of a track, because I'm always hearing stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so it's almost like an MC. If you hear, like, you know, free bar space, they gonna always come up with lyrics, you know. So as a singer, whenever I hear music that's, you know, when it's just music and no other things going on, I'm naturally gonna sing. But this time, I really want every element of the project to shine. You know, I don't want to just be all vocals, because sometimes people be so distracted by the vocals that they don't pay attention to the music behind it, you know. I mean, eventually they do. When you live with the album, after a while you start picking up things. You're like, oh wow, I didn't even notice that was going on, you know, in the background, you know. But you know, I really admire and respect the producers, the music producers that I've worked with, whether I produced it myself or produced with them or they produced it all on their own. I think that every element of the project should be appreciated for what it is.
Any future collaborations with Dwelle or Eric Roberson?
Definitely. There's nothing in the works right now, but Dwelle and Eric Roberson are definitely people I would really like to work with. They're actually friends of mine, so it's only a matter of time. I mean, it's real easy to say that you want to do something, but then when you have to factor in people's time schedules and things like that, you know, that things get a little tricky. But you know, we're always, you know, meeting up and talking and passing about things that we should do and things like that.
She's had her hand up, reaching for a while.
Okay.
Okay, when you did your first stage performance, did you have like stage fright or anything?
Yeah, yes, and funny enough, I still do. You know, I mean, it's not full blown. Oh my God, I don't want to go out there and stage fright. It's just I get nervous. You know, I get nervous because I'm really concerned about everything going right. You know, I never like to go out on stage feeling like I got everything sold up and, you know, I can't do no wrong. Like, I don't like feeling like that because that's when you mess up. You know, because you're not paying attention, you're not appreciating the moment. You just assume that everything is going to be all right, you know. But I still get nervous, and that keeps me, I don't want to say on edge, it just keeps me aware. You know, that way, if for whatever reason things don't go according to plan, I know how to pick up on it and then improvise and adjust, rather than I just got it set in my mind that things are going to go a certain way, so that when things kind of go off track, I'm like, oh my God, what do I do now? You know. So yeah, I still get nervous. Y'all make me nervous.
Right here.
Who are some artists that inspire you musically?
Oh, there's a lot of people that inspire me musically. You mean like old school people or like,
Mainly old school.
Okay, old school people, or who would be considered old school. I always pattern myself off of three major artists: Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder, and Marvin Gaye. I don't know how many of you know about those people. You don't know nothing about no soul music. That's what's up, y'all actually do. All right, that's hot. But yeah, I pattern myself off of them because, you know, as a man singing soul music, there's a lot of particular elements that these artists had that were very unique to them and very rare, you know, because a lot of dudes, they, you know, everybody all pimped out, they want to talk slick, and they got that macho bravado thing going on. But these three artists, you know, they're not the only ones, but these three artists, they always maintain that balance of vulnerability, you know, and masculinity. You know, they were able to expose themselves emotionally without, you know, without sounding like they, you know, I'm trying to find those other words. You know, than punking out. You know that we are at an establishment of education, so I need to use my vocabulary. But yeah, and I've always admired that, you know, because I always had the feelings that I had whenever I would deal with women. You know, I mean, I wasn't no punk, but I always had a sense of sensitivity, you know, and I always admired when an artist was able to balance that out. You know, I didn't always feel like I had to, you know, get that air in my chest, you know, because some women, they don't respond well to that. You know, I don't want to, you know, we in cavemen, sometimes, you know, that stuff, you know, it's impressive sometimes. I know women, y'all dig it, but y'all don't want no dude always whining all the time either, you know, so it's a matter of finding that balance. And I've always admired those three artists for being able to do that and talk about so many different aspects of relationships, you know, than just how it always goes good or how it goes bad. It's like it's all this in-between gray area that nobody really likes to talk about, you know, like, you know, I love you, but if you don't get out of my face right now, we gonna have a problem, you know, with all of that. Yeah, go somewhere. You know? So I pattern myself off of those 3 artists, but there's a lot of other artists that I pattern myself off of, or at least I'm inspired by and I take points from.
Let's go back here to you. It's not a ghost.
I know. Here we are.
Right here.
So, what's your favorite song? And instead of you telling me, would you like to sing it?
Amen.
I have my favorite song.
Come here and sing. Come here and talk. What's my favorite song?
Favorite song of all your albums? My favorite song.
Well, my favorite song is So Beautiful.
Close your eyes and imagine.
Get the album.
Yeah, wow. I'll think about it.
Right here, down in front again.
Okay.
Do you still? I feel like you're one of the pioneers in the neo soul movement.
Okay, thank you.
And I feel like I wanted to know, just hypothetically, are you going to do you ever in the future? Are you going to expound on